Is there anything today?
Welcome back, guys. So today we're taking a look at the Superboy SFC from Hyperkin.
What's up, guys? How's it going? It's John, and in this video we're going to take a closer look at the new Superboy SFC by Hyperkin. This is the third version of the Superboy game system that Hyperkin has released. First one was, of course, the original Superboy. This one was cool because it was the first Super Nintendo handheld that looked like a large Super Nintendo controller. I love the design. The bad thing about these were the dependability. Mine, for example, doesn't work anymore. The screen went out, so that was a huge issue. They did step it up with the Superboy S they released a couple years ago, and the biggest issue with this was it was 16 by 9. It wouldn't be 4 by 3, which is what the normal aspect ratio for retro games is. A lot of people complained about that. The screen kind of felt stretched, but they did definitely improve the dependability. This is a really great handheld. I still play my Superboy S handheld today, until, of course, I got this one, the FC. The biggest difference between this one and the Superboy S is you'll probably notice the buttons are a little bit different. The FC is more Famicom button style, as well as the aspect ratio. You can now play in 4 by 3. That's the biggest difference, and I'll show you how that looks like in a second. We're also going to compare this to a standard Super Nintendo to see what it looks like as far as color palette goes. This is not HD. There's no HD out on this, unfortunately. It does come with cables to connect to your TV, the AV cables, but there's no HDMI. I'm assuming that will probably happen in their fourth reiteration of this system. However, I do wish it was HD. I think, you know, they obviously are coming out with new HD retro console clones. It'd be nice for Hyperkin to include an HD out for this, but in this case, it's not. One thing also notice, and I never realized this until now, but the buttons on the Super Famicom, obviously they're colored, but they're also different. If you ever take a closer look at a Super Nintendo controller, you notice that the Y and X buttons are more concave, and I've always been used to that. In this case, they aren't, and that's actually true to the original style of the buttons, because I have a Super Famicom controller, I confirmed, and indeed, those aren't concave. I've never really noticed that difference before. I don't know if you guys have noticed that either, but I found that kind of interesting. And it does make a difference as far as a feel for the buttons, because I grew up playing on the Super Nintendo, not the Super Famicom, and it's a big difference. I believe
Hey, how's it going? Andy here, and today